Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Kenny's Movie Adventures. Those of you that know me know that my life can get pretty busy sometimes. There have been weeks where I've had events or meetings to go to like every night of the week. And there have even been times when I've spent like whole days just running from one place to the other. There have been many times that I wish I could clone myself and be two places at once. Or just keep everything on track without totally stressing myself out. So when I read the premise of this movie, I was immediately intrigued. Doug is a very busy man who doesn't have enough time in his day to deal with his job, his kids, his wife, and forget about taking time for himself. One day, he happens to run into a doctor who is able to create a perfect clone of him to help him get everything done. But Doug soon decides that one clone just isn't enough. So pretty soon, Doug number 3 shows up. And then, things start to get interesting. There are a total of 18 cuss words in this film, including 3 S words and 5 misuses of the Lord's name. There is no bit sexual innuendo, and even though Doug expressly forbids it, the clones end up, through little fault of their own, sleeping with his wife. Nothing more than passionate kissing is shown, though. Honestly, I'm not sure they could have made this movie much more predictable if they'd tried. The whole thing is your basic plot of wish fulfillment that's been used a million times. Person has problem, person gets magical/miraculous solution to their problem. The solution just makes everything worse, and, well, you know how it goes. They called it a comedy, but I didn't really see a whole lot funny about it. It was a little bit too risque for kids to watch. Has too much cussing for someone to be comfortable watching it with their mother or their pastor, and had a pretty bland, predictable storyline with some pretty major plot holes. The one positive thing I did like, though, was the way that clones were treated. Even clone number 4, who is a clone of number 2, and is a copy of a copy, comes out with serious mental handicaps, but he's treated with dignity and respect as befits any human life. On the whole, though, it was a pretty subpar film. And honestly, there are way too many much better movies out there to watch for this one to really be worth your time. That about does it for this episode of Kenny's Movie Adventures. This is Kenny reminding you to watch outside the box.